In 1998, a woman named Carol bought a Whirlpool top-loading washing machine for $400. She used it twice a week for 26 years. She washed work clothes, sports uniforms, muddy jeans, and beach towels. The machine never once stopped agitating. Now compare that to the Whirlpool her daughter bought in 2016. $800, used for 7 years. One morning, the upper agitator just spun freely. Both directions, no ratcheting, no resistance, just spinning. The repairman came out, looked at the machine for 10 minutes, and quoted her $150 to fix it. She paid it. 3 years later, the same agitator spun freely again. Same failure, same machine, same bill. And nobody told her it was going to happen again, because the replacement part they put in was identical to the one that failed. That is what we are going to talk about today. There is a component inside most traditional top-loading washing machines that fails on a predictable schedule. It is made of thin molded nylon. It costs roughly $12 to replace yourself. And when it wears out, the machine stops agitating entirely. Your clothes sit in soapy water and go nowhere. You call a repairman. He quotes you $150. You wonder if it is worth fixing. Meanwhile, the machine still has a perfectly good motor, a perfectly good pump, a perfectly good tub. The only thing wrong is 4 small plastic teeth, each about 1 inch long, sitting inside the top of the agitator assembly. And nobody in the industry has any incentive to tell you that. Let us start with the corporate structure that created this situation. In 2006, Whirlpool Corporation purchased Maytag for approximately $1.9 billion in equity, with the total transaction value, including assumed debt, reaching roughly $2.6 billion. That merger gave a single company control over Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, KitchenAid, and Jen Air, along with a manufacturing relationship with Kenmore that would continue for over a decade. According to Statista's 2024 market data, Whirlpool family brands appear to hold a dominant share of the United States traditional top-loader market. That is not a competitive market. That is one company with several different logos on machines that share the same platforms and the same components. After the merger, the engineering changes began. Whirlpool's own SEC filings from 2006 document cost-cutting initiatives across the combined product line, with the company targeting over $400 million in annualized savings from manufacturing, procurement, and logistics. One area where those savings appear to have materialized involves small internal components, the kind of parts that consumers never see and rarely know exist. The agitator dogs are a perfect example. Before 2000, these components were molded from thicker nylon, over 1/10 of an inch thick, with a higher hardness rating. Post-merger designs use thinner nylon stock, approximately 20% less material per unit, saving the manufacturer somewhere between 50 cents and $1 per machine. On 10,000 units a day across multiple plants, that is $5,000 to $10,000 saved every single day. The consumer never noticed the change. The machine looked identical. The box said the same thing. And the part began failing on a 5 to 10 year schedule instead of a 20-year schedule. They call this value engineering. We call it a deliberate reduction in your machine's lifespan, executed at a cost of less than $1 per unit, generating a replacement cycle worth $5 billion a year in laundry revenue. Now, let us open the machine and show you exactly what is failing and why. Inside the top 12 to 18 inches of a traditional agitator, the tall, finned plastic tower that sits in the center of your wash tub, there is a small mechanical coupling. It consists of 4 triangular plastic teeth, called agitator dogs, or agitator cams. These 4 teeth sit in a plastic cam housing and engage a metal drive hub below. During the wash cycle, these teeth lock into the hub and rotate the upper agitator back and forth, creating the mechanical action that moves your clothes through the water. During overload conditions, the teeth are designed to slip, protecting the transmission from damage. That slipping function is what kills them. Every time the agitator dogs slip, because the load is heavy, because the water level is low, because hard water deposits have built up on the hub, the plastic teeth grind against the metal drive hub, the nylon fatigues, the teeth round off. Over 500 to 1,000 wash cycles per year, the rounding becomes smooth, and one morning, the upper agitator spins freely in both directions. There is no ratcheting, no resistance. Your clothes bunch at the bottom of the tub and never get clean. The original Whirlpool OEM part number is 80040. At authorized parts retailers, it runs between $4 and $7 for the OEM version, with some third-party and kit versions on Amazon and repair sites running somewhat higher. 4 dogs come in each replacement package. That is the correct number, whatever you may have heard elsewhere. The repair takes 10 to 15 minutes and requires a flathead screwdriver and a 7/16" socket wrench with an extension. You pull the agitator cap, lift the upper agitator off the spline shaft, remove the bolt beneath the cap using the socket, pop out the old cam housing, drop in the new one, and reassemble. That is the entire repair. The problem is that the replacement part Whirlpool sells you is made from the same thin nylon as the one that just failed. Same material, same dimensions, same expected lifespan. You are not fixing the engineering defect, you are resetting the clock on the same defect. In another 5 to 10 years, the same 4 plastic teeth will round off against the same metal hub, and you will be back in the same position. This is not incompetence, this is a revenue model. Now, how widespread is this failure? The viral claims circulating in certain videos suggest this one part accounts for 80% of all washing machine failures. That is not accurate, and we want to be precise with you because precision is the only thing that actually helps you. According to iFixit repair data and Consumer Reports reliability surveys from 2023 through 2025, agitator dog failure accounts for roughly 20 to 30% of documented no agitation complaints in traditional top loaders. As a percentage of all washing machine failures across all types, the number is closer to 5 to 10%. Front loaders fail for entirely different reasons: drum bearing seizure, door boot seal degradation, circulation pump failure. High-efficiency impeller machines have their own separate problems. The agitator dog failure is specific to traditional top loaders, which is a significant but not universal segment of the market. 20 to 30% of a category that Whirlpool family brands dominate is still an enormous number of machines. And the repair is still a few dollars in 15 minutes if you know what you are looking for. But here is where the real damage accumulates. Most people do not know what they are looking for. They call a repairman. The repairman drives out. His diagnostic visit alone costs between $75 and $100. The part costs a few dollars. His labor to install a 15-minute repair adds another $50 to $75. The total bill lands between $120 and $162. On an $800 machine that is 7 years old, the homeowner looks at that number and starts questioning whether to fix it or replace it. The repairman, if he is honest, tells them to fix it. The machine has plenty of life left, but that conversation should not cost $150 to have. It should cost the price of a replacement cam kit and a YouTube video. And that brings us to the deeper problem. The repair itself is not the trap. The information asymmetry is the trap. The manufacturer knows this part fails on a predictable schedule. The repairman knows it. The parts distributors know it. The consumer does not know it until the machine stops working and they are already standing in the laundry room with wet clothes, under pressure, and emotionally primed to buy a new machine rather than wait for a service call. If you own a traditional top-loading Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, or Kenmore washer with a 2-piece agitator, meaning the top section of the agitator lifts off separately from the lower section, you have this part inside your machine right now. It may already be worn. Test it this way. Reach into the tub and try to rotate the upper portion of the agitator by hand. If it spins smoothly in both directions with no resistance, the dogs are gone. If it ratchets, clicking, locking, moving only in one direction, the dogs are still functional. If the dogs are gone, here is the repair. You will need the replacement cam kit for your model. Search your model number, which is on a label inside the lid or on the back panel, followed by the words Agitator Repair Kit. Order the part. When it arrives, open the fabric softener dispenser cap on top of the agitator, or if there is no dispenser, pry off the plastic cap with a flathead screwdriver. Beneath it, you will find a single bolt. Remove the bolt using a 7/16" socket with an extension. Lift the upper agitator straight up and off the shaft. Inside the bottom of the upper agitator, you will see the plastic cam housing with the worn teeth. Lift it out, drop the new one in, reinstall the agitator, tighten the bolt, replace the cap. Done. 15 minutes. Now, let us talk about what to do when the dogs are not the problem. If the upper agitator is engaging correctly, but the entire agitator assembly, top and bottom sections together, is not moving at all, the problem is downstream. It may be the transmission, the motor coupling, the lid switch, or the main control board. The motor coupling is another commonly overlooked inexpensive repair. It is a 3-piece rubber and plastic coupler that connects the motor shaft to the transmission input shaft. When it fails, the motor runs but the transmission receives no power. The machine hums, but nothing moves. That part runs between $15 and $25 and is similarly a 30-minute DIY repair on most Whirlpool platform machines. Neither of these repairs requires a technician. Neither requires proprietary tools. Neither requires professional training. What they require is correct diagnosis, knowing which component failed before you call anyone or order anything. This is why the viral framing of this video's topic frustrates people in the repair industry. The claim that repairmen buried this information is simply false. Appliance repairmen on Appliantology, on Repair Clinic, on iFixit, on YouTube have been publishing these exact repair guides for over a decade. The information is not buried, it is freely available. What is buried is the consumer's confidence that a washing machine problem could possibly cost a few dollars to fix. Decades of appliance marketing have conditioned homeowners to assume that failure means replacement. The industry benefits from that assumption. Your wallet does not. So here is the repairman's honest position on this machine and this repair. If you own a traditional top loader from the Whirlpool family of brands and it has stopped agitating, test the agitator dogs first. Order the cam kit. Watch a 15-minute video. Do the repair yourself. If it works, you just saved over $100. If it does not fix the problem, you have spent a few dollars eliminating one variable before you call anyone. If you are buying a new washer and you want to avoid this cycle permanently, the Speed Queen TC5 is the machine that every repairman we have spoken to references for maximum mechanical simplicity. It uses a steel transmission with steel gears. It fills the tub completely with water. It has a mechanical timer with physical components and no circuit board managing the wash cycle. Speed Queen machines are built to commercial laundromat standards without the coin slot. The upfront cost is higher than a mid-range Whirlpool, but over 10 years, according to cost of ownership analysis comparing repair frequency and part pricing, a machine built to those standards costs less per year to operate and maintain. The lower purchase price of a Whirlpool is quietly recovered by the manufacturer through the parts revenue model, the same model that just charged you $150 for a $5 repair. If the Speed Queen is outside your budget and you need a Whirlpool platform machine, buy the simplest model available. No digital display, no Steam settings, no Wi-Fi, no touchscreen. Every feature is a failure point. The mechanical timer has gears and springs. The electronic control board has capacitors that swell and crack from thermal cycling in a humid laundry room. When the mechanical timer fails, the part costs $25. When the control board fails, the part costs $250. The labor adds another $100, and you are standing at the replacement threshold on a machine that is 4 years old. If you already own a washer from the 1990s that still runs, do not replace it. The agitator dogs in that machine are thicker. The transmission is heavier. The motor coupling is more robust. Every component in a machine built before the post-merger cost-cutting era is superior to its current equivalent. Maintain it. Replace the agitator dogs preventively if you are past 8 years of use. Keep that machine running. It is not old. It is built to a standard that no longer exists at its price point. Stop buying the touchscreen. Stop paying $150 for a $5 repair. Start learning which 4 plastic teeth are the difference between a working machine and a laundromat bill. The information is not buried. It never was. It just required someone to say it plainly. The repairman's rule is this: before you replace anything, open it up. Most machines do not die. They just have one worn part that everyone is pretending costs more to fix than it does.